Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Latitude 64 Orbit Glory. This is a first impressions video, which means I have never thrown this disc and I've tried to avoid touching it as much as possible, so let's check it out and see what we think of it. First, let's talk about the specifications of this disc. This is a Latitude 64 Orbit Glory, Latitude 64 being the manufacturer, Orbit being the plastic type, and Glory being the mold. This particular disc I have here is 172 grams, and it is a first run. Now, based on my past experiences throwing Latitude 64 first run discs, they tend to be a bit more understable than the stock run, but since I have never thrown this particular disc, I have no idea what it's going to do, and could be any type of stability. Now let's talk about the grip. This is marketed as an overstable fairway driver with flight numbers of 7 speed, 5 glide, 0 turn, and 3 fade. Now I'm just going to kind of feel it, and I can tell you right away that the rim here, this is what it looks like, is very true to a 7 speed, and it may even be a little bit smaller. It feels very pleasant, and it feels like it would be really good for someone with small hands due to the fact that it is not very thick. There's also a pretty deep inside rim here, so you can get a pretty good hold on it. It's not shallow as a lot of fairway drivers are. And this particular disc has quite a bit of dome to it. I don't know if the camera does that justice. I'm not sure if they're all this domey, but this one that I have has quite the pop top. Now it's time to hit the field and give this thing some test throws. Alright guys, I just finished throwing the discs, and the first thing I want to say is that this is an amazing disc. I mean, for how overstable it is, it seems to have a very good resistance to turn and a lot of glide, as Latitude 64 has done very well with most of their other discs. As for these 4 other discs I threw to compare to the Glory, I will admit that I'm not a robot and that I did definitely release some of these on bigger angles than others, but I definitely think that after further review, the Crystal Raptor is the most overstable. The Evader and the Terra were the next most overstable, and these are almost the exact same. And the Eagle was definitely the most flippy. And as for the Glory, I think it sits very well with the Evader. I think it feels like a better Evader due to the fact that this plastic is like one of the best plastics out there. And I think it's just like an Evader with more glide, in my opinion. I think this is a great disc overall. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider liking and or subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. And if you're looking for an overstable fairway driver with good resistance to turn and great glide, consider picking yourself up a Latitude 64 Orbit Glory. I really enjoyed throwing this disc. The plastic is great, and it feels very comfortable in the hand. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.